Class 2 Computer. Class 2 Computer. Today we are going to learn about the different types of computer. Today we are going to learn about the different types of computer. We all know what is a computer and its function. So we are going to first revise that what is a computer and what are the functions of a computer. Okay. So then we are going to learn about the types of computer we know. A very good day to my dear students. I hope you all are good in health. Stay safe and stay in home. Let's get started with the chapter. Introduction to machine. Introduction to machine. So, there are many gadgets which have some computers in them. There are many gadgets which have computers in them. You can see in your home, there are many types of gadgets present in your home which are having machines in it. So, what are they? Can you name some gadgets which contain computer in it? The very commonly used is television. You watch every day. That is having a computer in it. Then the second one very commonly used is smartphone. Yes, which you are using. Smartphone is a computer which is having a computer in it. Okay. And then microwave. Microwave you have seen. Microwave is also having a computer in it, in which you can bake, you can heat something, you can make something with the help of a microwave. Now let's see what is a computer in the next slide. What is a computer? So there are some points which I have jotted down. You see and recap it. Okay. So machine that works on electricity. The machine which works on electricity. Okay. Takes instructions from us and gives the results after processing it. It takes the instructions from us and gives the results after processing it. It is used in our day-to-day life. It is used in our day-to-day life. There is a slight difference, okay? There is a slight difference in the definition of a computer. There is a slight difference in the definition of a computer that you have learnt in class 1. Okay? Learnt in class 1. You have learnt in class 1 that simply you have learned that computer is a machine that runs on electricity, right? So in class 1 you have learned that computer is a machine that runs on electricity. But it is not just a machine. Remember this. But it is not just a machine. It is more than that. It is more than a machine. It takes an instructions from us. Instruction means commands. It takes the instructions from us. What do you mean by instructions? Instructions means the command. And we give the command to the computer. It takes from us and gives the results to it. Whatever command we give to the computer, it takes from us and it gives the result. Okay, it makes our work very easier. It makes our work very easier. So what is a computer? There is a slight difference. You can now understand the difference between a computer that you have learnt in class 1 and in class 2 which you are learning. In class 1 you have simply learned that computer was a electrical machine, electronic machine. But now you know that it is not a machine, but it is more than a machine which takes an instructions from us and do a lots of work. It makes our work easier. It is a smart machine. Clear about it? Now, see, how does a computer work? In your previous chapter, you have learnt about something. Now just recall it. Now tell me, how does the computer work? It works on the principle of, can anyone say? Yes, it works on the principle of IPO cycle that you have already learnt in your previous last class only. So IPO cycle, what is the full form of IPO cycle? Input, process, output. What is an input? Whatever command, whatever instructions we give to the computer is an input. Whatever command or whatever instructions which we give to the computer is an input. And what is process? What we have done, what is like whatever the process is going on. Like I have said to do addition or subtraction. It is the process is going on in the processing device. And what is an output? What we get. We have given the instructions to the computer, it is being processed, and then the answer we get is the output. So input is done with the help of an input device, process is done with the help of processing device, and output is done with the help of a output device. So input device, for example, keyboard, mouse, etc. Processing device is the CPU. And output devices are the monitor, speaker, printer, etc. are the output devices. So this is the principle with which the computer works. Types of computer. Types of computers. Now, there are different types of computers. Okay. So what are the different types of computers you have seen? Firstly, the most common type of a computer is a desktop computer. Yes, the desktop computer. Then number 2 is laptop, which is now in everywhere in the house. Everyone's house, laptop. Then second is palm top, tablet, smart gadgets, and embedded computers. So desktop computer, laptop, palm top, tablet, smart gadgets, embedded computers are some types of computers which we can see nowadays in everyone's house. And it is the most commonly used machines. So there are many types of computers. Big, small and tiny. We can place them on a desk or lap or hold them in our hand. So there are many types of computers which are big, small and tiny. We can place them on a desk, on a lap or hold them in our hand. So these are the types of computers which are found. So in your book it's given what are the types of computers we are going to learn? Desktop, laptop, tablets and smartphones. So let's get started with them. Desktop. Desktop. As the name suggests, these computers are kept on desk. That's why they are called desktop computers. As the name suggests, these computers are kept on the desk. That's why they are called desktop computers. They are also commonly known as personal computer. They are also commonly known as personal computer or PC. Now, if you remember in your computer lab, we all have separate designated computer, right? So if you remember in our computer lab, we all have separate designated computer, so that in the computer where you do all the assignments, so it's a personal computer, right? So you all are having in your lab a designated computer where you all do your separate assignments. So it is a personal computer you all use personally. It is used at offices, homes, and etc. This is a desktop computer. It is big in size. This is a desktop computer. It is big in size. It is kept on a desk at a fixed place. So it is kept on a desk at a fixed place. It needs electricity to run. It is called a personal computer. So it is a huge computer which you cannot carry everywhere, right? And it is kept on one place only, and it is run with the help of electricity. Suppose the electricity is not there, the computer will not work. Desktop computer will not work. And it is also called as a personal computer because we all are having a designated computer where we do our work. So it is a personally used computer. Okay. So this is a desktop computer. It is big in size. It is kept on desk at a fixed place. It needs electricity to run. It is called a personal computer. The next is laptop. They are small computers. They can be kept on lap. While working. That's why it got the name as laptop. It can be easily carried from one place to another. It is a wireless computer, means it does not need electricity to run. Okay. It needs battery. It works with the help of a battery. Whenever the battery is down, you have to put it into the charge, and when it is charged, then you can use it. The latest improved model of laptop is notebook. You have seen the latest improved model is notebook. Now this is how the notebook looks. See, this is how the notebooks look. If you see both the pictures, laptop and notebook, there is no such difference, but it is smaller in size than laptop. Laptop is actually some little bit bigger than the notebook, and notebook is smaller than the laptop. Okay, so this is laptop and notebook. Now this is a laptop computer. A laptop is a small computer that can be placed on one's lap. It is light to carry. It works on batteries. So that we can carry it anywhere. In a laptop, the CPU, the monitor, keyboard and mouse all are inbuilt. All these are inbuilt. It does not need the separate places to keep. So it consumes very small place to keep. Okay. So the screen can be folded when not in use. We can fold the screen and keep it into the laptop bag when it is not in use. Nowadays, laptop is also known as a personal computer. So this is a laptop computer. A laptop is a small computer that can be placed on one's lap. It is light to carry. It works on batteries, so we can carry it anywhere. In a laptop, the CPU, the monitor, keyboard and mouse, all the things are inbuilt because it does not need the separate place that like a computer. It does not need. Okay. Then the screen can be folded when it is not in use. And nowadays laptops are known as personal computers. Now you can understand what is the main difference between laptop and computer. Now the next portion is, next type of a computer is tablet. Now you have seen tablets. Nowadays everyone is having tablets. If you're not having a tablet, you are having a laptop or a desktop in your home. So tablet, see, this is the image of a tablet, Now, with the help of a tablet, we can do video chatting, we can play games and everything we can do. We can draw and write in the tablet. Now, see what is written over here. It is it is as powerful as a laptop. Like a laptop, if you compare laptop and a tablet, it is as powerful as a laptop. We can draw, we can write on a tablet using a stylus. Now, what is a stylus? Stylus means a pen or a stick which is used to write. With the help of it, we can write in a tablet. We can use our fingers to operate it or draw it. Nowadays, we are getting a touchscreen tablet, so we can easily draw or write something with the help of our fingers. So we can operate the tablet with the help of our fingers. It is a light and can be carried anywhere. It is light and carried anywhere. Now, first, when it was launched, the tablets was only used for playing games, or we can use for drawing things or coloring, or we can write something. But nowadays, the latest tablets, now you can make a phone call, you can do a video chatting. Everything is possible in the tablet also. Like a smartphone, if you compare a smartphone and a tablet, it's totally same nowadays. Because nowadays you can use tablet as your phone also, because you can write, you can call, you can text, you can video call. Everything can be done in the tablet. So it is as powerful as a laptop. We can write or draw on a tablet using a stylus. We can use our fingers to operate it or draw on it. It is light and can be carried anywhere if we want. It is a pocket user. Now the next one is the smartphone. Smartphone is everywhere in your home. Any home if you go, you can find one single smartphone is there. So see, this is the image of a smartphone. I don't need to show you because you all know what is smartphone, right? So a smartphone also plays the role of a computer. It also plays the role of a computers. It is used as a mobile phone. It is used as a mobile phone. We can make a phone call. We can store informations. We can send emails. We can play games. We can take pictures. Nowadays, we can book tickets of airlines or railways or movies. Anywhere if you want to go, you can book your ticket and you can go. Nowadays, you can book your cabs also, that if you want your Ola Uber to come at your home, it is possible. It usually has a built-in keyboard on a large display. You are having a large display, touch screen, so you have a keyboard there where you can type and you can say anything. Now you can take pictures also. You can take videos also. You can edit. You have so many softwares in the phone. You have so many apps in your phone. Because if you are having a smartphone, you don't need anything. Okay. So smartphone is also it plays an important role as a computer. A smartphone also plays the role of a computer. It is used as mobile phone. We can make a phone call. We can store information. We can send emails. We can play games. We can take pictures. It usually has a built-in keyboard and a large display. Okay, till then after going through the chapter, now you know what are the types of computers. Let's do some exercises with the help of the chapter. Okay, number A, fill in the blanks. Number A, fill in the blanks. Desktop computer is kept at a dash place. Desktop computer is kept at a dash place. Desktop computer is kept at a fixed place. Dash are mobile phones. Smartphones are mobile phones. We can write or draw on a tablet using a dash. We can write or draw on a tablet using a stylus. A smartphone has a dash keyboard. A smartphone has a dash keyboard. A smartphone has a built-in keyboard. Number B, match the following. Match the following. So you are going to match, see the options are given as a circle. So you are going to just write the correct alphabets below the computers. Okay, like number 1 is a desktop. Okay, desktop computer. So see, you are going to just write number D below the desktop computer. Do it by your own. State whether the given statements are true or false. Number C, state whether the given statements are true, that is T, or false, that is F. Number 1, smartphones works on electricity. Smartphones work on electricity. False. Number 2, a desktop computer is also called a personal computer. A desktop computer is called a personal computer. That is true. Number 3, we can write or draw on a tablet using a tablet pen. True. Number 4, laptops have a separate CPU. Laptops have a separate CPU. That is false. Choose the correct answer. Choose the correct answer. This computer can be carried anywhere as easily. This computer can be carried anywhere easily. That is laptop. This is smaller in size. This is smaller in size. Compared to laptop, which one is smaller in size? Laptop, tablet, desktop, smartphone. Which one is the smaller in size? That is smartphone. Okay. Do the following questions answer by your own. Number 1, which type of computer is placed at a fixed place? Which type of a computer is placed at a fixed place? Number 2, why are laptops convenient to use? Why are laptops convenient to use? Number 3, mention 2 features of a smartphone. Mention 2 important features of a smartphone. Go through the chapter carefully and do the following exercises. Till then, thank you.